Hi everyone, it's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're here watching live, I hope you'll check in and let us know where you're watching from. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Go ahead and say hello. And I'm going to get started in just a minute. I'm going to go over to my laptop and share this to my group page, and we'll get started in just a minute. Thanks for tuning in. I am over here on my laptop. I'm going to share this to my group page. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think we're ready to go. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope you're doing well, and you'll check in and say hello. Just a couple of announcements. The new Storage by Stampin' Up! Has been very popular. So if you are wanting to try some of that, you might want to go ahead and get your order in. Hey Ann, glad you're doing well. So anyway, if they do get to a point where, because it's been very popular, if it gets to a point where they run low on supply, they, rather than put all of those items on back order, they will turn it off and then turn it back on again. It will be in the new annual catalog though, so not to worry, it will come back in stock. But I think it's been much more popular than they anticipated, so that's exciting. Anyway, oh, okay. And so if you have shared before on my videos here live, you know that I do a random drawing and send a little prize the next week. So if you share, be sure you share it on your personal page, and then put shared down in the comment sections, okay, below here, so I can see that. Because I can see 20 people have shared, but then I don't see 20 names, so be sure you tell me, okay? Hi, Elaine. Yes, and yeah. So anyway, I haven't placed my order yet. I'm waiting on another to see how much I need of something else before I order. So I'm hoping I get my blends storage ordered before it's they go on back order. Okay, all right, so we're going to be making a cute little project tonight, and so I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down, and let's go ahead and do that. Turn that around, and here we go. Let's see. Trying to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, there we sit. Okay, so I'm using Fable Friends again. I love this set. Hey, Debbie. And so I needed to make a little Easter box slash basket. And so this is the one we're making tonight. This one's going to go to one of my granddaughters, and I'll make another one for the other little girl. So anyway, it's cute. It's a good size. A little gift will fit in. And so let's get started, shall we? Okay. We're going to start off with a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I have already die cut it with the layering ovals. Okay, now let me just go through what else you'll need here. I've got little brads here I don't want to lose. Okay, so I have a 5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. This is Calypso Coral. I have a 1 by 8.5 piece, which will be the handle. I have some designer paper, and this is the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper stack from the annual catalog. And so I have 2 pieces that are cut at 2 3/4 by 3 1/4, and 2 pieces cut at 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay? All right. And then I have another piece of scrap Whisper White for our sentiment that we'll use in a little bit. Okay. Let me put these aside and we'll get started. So I'm going to stamp. I haven't used the little duck yet, and so I decided to use her, the mother duck. And I'm going to ink it up with Memento ink because we're going to be coloring with our Stampin' Blends. Okay. So I'm just going to center that here. Okay, there she is. All right, so let me show you the colors I'm using tonight. I'm using dark and light Calypso Coral, dark Daffodil, light, I think this is light, no, it's dark Petal Pink, and light Pool Party, okay? So let's get started here. I'm going to refer to my other one to make sure I get it right. So I'm going to take the light Calypso Coral first, and I'm going to color her hat and her little cape. Super cute. You know, I thought this is like a little rain cap, but I wanted to use colors to go with the designer paper, and I thought about using the Daffodil Delight, but then I changed my mind. I thought, no, I'm gonna dress her up a bit in Calypso Coral. So I am just doing really easy coloring, and I'm gonna go back with the dark Calypso Coral in just a bit. Here we go. Okay, so then here's part of her cape over here too. So I'm just going to very gently, just barely touch the tip there and not press down hard. You don't want to mess up your tip, okay? And that looks pretty good. All right, let me take the dark Calypso Coral. Hi, Carol. Thank you for sharing. You know what? I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and do the pocket too. Okay. Now, below the little faux stitching that's on her cape and on the pocket and on her hat, I just kind of do a little bit of the dark just to give it a little bit of interest. And then I'm also going to do her collar and her bow, her tie here, in the dark Calypso Coral. And I'm not even going to try to do any shading on her jacket. I'm just going to leave it as is, what I like to call just like coloring book coloring. Okay? Y'all remember when we outlined everything? Did y'all outline when you colored when you were little? You know, like dark around the edges and then fill in light? I remember that was like the thing for me anyway. So funny. You know, it's like I used to love to color and do art in school, and it's like here I am still playing with paper and markers. I love it. Okay, I'm going to go over these little like that. I think I'm going to just come do a little bit right there like that. Okay, got her dressed up now, so let's take the dark Daffodil Delight and color her beak. I forgot to order again the Mango Melody blends, and I think that would have been a cute color for her beak and her feet too. Such a fun mango, kind of a combo between a yellow and an orange, you know, just like mango. Okay, so I'm doing her feet. All right, at the bottom of her beak. And then I'm going to take the dark Petal Pink and go on the inside of her little mouth here, or her beak, I should say. All right. Okay, so now I like to take my light Pool Party and go around the image that I have colored. To me, I don't know, it kind of gives it a shadow, or it grounds it. It just makes it, I don't know the word to describe it, but just kind of grounds it a little bit on that white. And it doesn't look like she's just floating around on the white. You know what I mean? So I'm just barely touching and going around all of the image. Okay. Okay, let's just take a little poll here. What's your favorite medium to color with in Stampin' Up? Do you like the blends? Do you like the Stampin' Write markers? Do you like watercolor, like with aqua painter and the inks? Or watercolor pencils? Okay. Just curious. I know everybody has their favorites. Right now, this is mine. I mean, I like to watercolor too, but I love the blends. Okay, so now she's ready to go, but I'm going to do one last little touch. And Wink of Stella, because I can't just leave her white. I'm just kind of brushing some sparkly around on her, because I want her white goose. Okay, so she's super cute, and she'd have been cute stamped on shimmery white cardstock too. Give her that all over shimmer, okay? Okay, so now I cut the next scallop label up in Pacific Point, okay, to back her, and I just love those scallop. I said circle, didn't I? Scalloped oval. Okay, let's just use a little bit of snail and get her popped up here like this. Cute. All right, I'm going to set her aside and then get my scrap piece. We're going to go ahead and finish our stamping while we've got our inks out. Okay, so I'm just going to use Memento Black again. So we have two sentiments in here that are cute. They're all cute, but that I could have used. Let's put it that way. And we have Happy Spring and Easter Greetings. Well, I wanted it to say Happy Easter. So what I'm going to do is ink up Happy Spring. And ink up Easter Greetings. Let's close our ink. Then I'm going to take my paper snips and just come in and cut out Happy. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just get it around the word. Okay, I'm going to put that over here so I don't lose it, and then I'm going to cut out Easter. And this is a fun way to use a lot of your greetings. Even if I were using Easter greetings, I like to cut them apart sometimes, because you can position them on your project. You have a little more freedom in how you're going to assemble it and put it on your project. Okay, so this is going to say Happy Easter when we get it finished. So I'm going to put that aside, and now we're going to make our box. Okay. Here's this Calypso Coral, 5 by 8.5. I'm going to get my Simply Scored. All right. And we're going to put the 8.5 inch side up at the top. And we're going to score at 3.5 and 5. Then we're going to turn it and score at 1 and 4. Okay. Okay, so now let's get our bone folder and burnish on all these lines. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take and cut these 2 center score lines, okay, and cut it up to that horizontal line, okay. So we're going bam and bam, turn it around and do the same thing, okay. All right, so what's going to happen now is these are going to come up and overlap like that, but it won't overlap all the way, okay? It'll go midway through. So we're going to take and put adhesive on these 2 tabs on the same side, okay? So let's use tearing tape. And I'm just going to go along the edge here, tear it off, and along the other edge. Hi, Ann. Here and tear it off. Okay, I cut that a little bit too long, but I'll show you what I did with that. Take off the paper backing and paper backing. Okay, so it was a little bit of long there, so I'm going to take it and just fold it back over on itself, okay, so it's not hanging on the edge. Okay, so this tab is going to come in, this is going to fold up, match the bottom there, and so we're going to come over here and match the top edges and the bottom, go about halfway over and then press it down. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Middle tab goes in, fold over, match bottom edge, fold over, match bottom and top edge, and voila, there you go. Cute. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and apply the designer paper, okay? So let's go ahead and do our front and our back. See, that's going to center on there. So, and this side would have been cute too, but it was a little too much. I didn't want that much Call Me Clover, oh no, Shaded Spruce. I think that's what that is. It was too much of the green for me. I wanted more of the pink and the Calypso Coral. Okay, let's turn it over. And what I'll do is tomorrow on my blog, I will have the dimensions for this project, and I'll put the link. And I'll also have an alternative project made, this same box, but totally different look. I think you'll like to see it. Okay? All right. So let's do the sides. So just center that and see, that's basically covering up that seam. Okay? And then let's do this side. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our paper piercing tool and my foam mat, okay, and I said I was gonna do it the safe way and use my foam mat, but y'all, honestly, this is how I do this. You have to be careful not to poke your finger on the other side, okay? So move it over here on the corner and take this and just work it through all of those layers. You could use a hole punch too if you had it. I don't have mine here. Okay. And then on the other side too, go through all those layers. And you just work it through rather than going bam and taking a chance of injuring yourself. And now I'm just going around and around and around to just kind of make the circle a little wider. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this, which is going to be the handle, and I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of run it across there. That kind of breaks the fibers in there and makes it more of a handle shape. Okay, so here I know about how much I want on the inside of the basket, so I'm going to go ahead and pierce the hole. This time I am using my mat, and do it again here. Okay, so I have two of the little rose gold metallic brads. Okay, these are in the annual catalog, and I'm just going to hold that there. I'm going to go through the side of the basket first, then thread it through the handle and open this up. Now, if you were giving this to really small children, which I may do this for Mia, sometimes I go ahead and glue. I'll punch a circle and glue it over that brad so she won't be playing with that. Although, I don't know that she would, but whew, I'd hate for her to get that brad out of there. So we'll just have to watch her. I'm hoping she's more interested what's on the inside of the basket. So, but she loves to carry like purses and things around, so we're going to have to make it safe for her. It's the reason I didn't use a staple, because staples scare me with little ones. But brads, I think she would have to really figure out how to open that up. Maybe I'm not giving her enough credit. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's our little basket. It's cute and sturdy. All right, so now we're going to take our little goose, and look how cute that is on there. And look, see how the Pacific Point scalloped oval in the back just makes these little spots. They're not very many scattered in there, but it really makes them pop. I love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take some snail and put this on. Thank you, Anne. Okay, we're just going to put that there. Now we'll take our Happy Easter, and I just kind of play around with it a little bit to see. I'm just going to put it like that. See, you can like move it down. You can have them at an angle. Okay, I think I'm going to use my liquid glue for this. So let me put the Easter on first. Okay, and now Happy. Okay, now for the stuffing, you know how you can buy Easter grass, of course, at this time of year, but I still had some of this Ready Shreddy from the Occasions catalog last year, and it's still on the clearance rack. You have white, which I've used most of the white, silver with white backing, and then this berry burst color. I think that's what that is. And it's great for stuffing gifts. And so it's still on the clearance rack, so that's why I thought, well, I'll go ahead and use it. So this will be the end of my white. Might have to get some more. Okay, so let's stuff that in there. You can put the gift in and then stuff that. And there we have our cute little Easter basket for Lila and Mia. And I hope you can use this idea. Of course, you know, you could also use this for birthday, any occasion that you could put a little gift in. So, what you think? I hope you like it. I hope you will give it a try. Any questions? Let me see if there's any comments. I don't see too many. Thank you for those of you who have shared. And I will probably draw a name maybe Sunday so that I can announce it next Thursday. I'm going to try to go live. I'm going to have my family here. Mia is coming, and her mama and daddy, and then my dad is coming to spend a little over a week with us. So if I can go live, I may. I can't. I'll post it if I am going live at my regular time. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you'll try this little container for Easter. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.